welcome back to Simply Saffron by Pooja Seal. I'm Pooja, and whenever we think of Christmas, what is the first thing that comes to your mind? Nothing but the Christmas cake. But then you think, oh, it's all already past October and November. This is the month of December. So how do I make the Christmas cake? Because usually the Christmas cake is made at least 2 months ahead, and it is preserved by adding alcohol every day to it. But if you are in my condition, like you don't have much time, this is like 11 days to Christmas. But even if you are doing baking this cake just the day before, it will taste as good as you're doing it now. So I'll show you how to do a Christmas cake which you can bake just the day before and still enjoy it. So let me show you how. But before we proceed with the recipe, turn on your oven at 300 degrees Fahrenheit. And the thing that I'm using in this recipe is the mixture of prune and the currants and black raisins and fruit mix. You know, the candied fruit mix that you get, the green and the red ones. So I'm using 1 cup of each, and then I'm adding about 1 cup of rum, a little more than 1 cup of rum obviously, to soak the fruits in it. But if you don't want to use rum, always use the same amount of orange juice. The amount will be written in the description box. So let us proceed with the recipe. With the cake, we are taking 1 1/3 cup of all-purpose flour, and to that we are going to add half a cup of ground almond, or you can use hazelnut too. And then we are going to add 3 tablespoons of cocoa powder. This is just to give the dark color to the cake. Then half a teaspoonful of baking soda and half a teaspoonful of baking powder. And this is a spice mixture which I'm going to add. So I have about 1 teaspoonful of cinnamon, 1 teaspoonful of allspice powder, then 1 teaspoonful of ginger, and 1 teaspoonful of nutmeg, and half a teaspoon of cloves. Now if you don't have the spice mixture, you can add pie mix, pie spice, or like the pumpkin pie spice or the apple pie spice. So this goes in here, and then we are mix. Now we are going to keep this aside and proceed with the wet ingredients. Now with the wet ingredient first, what we are going to do, we are going to add 3/4 cup of butter. This is softened butter. You can use shortening too if you want. So we're going to add a cup of brown sugar. And then we are going to mix it together till it is thoroughly mixed. So we are done with the mixing of the sugar and the butter. Now we are going to add a 3/4 cup of dark molasses. Now if you don't have molasses, you can use like people of other countries, they can use liquid jaggery or honey or date syrup. Anything works. Anything which can add moisture to the cake and dark color. And we are going to mix this again. Now we are going to add the eggs, so 1 egg at a time. Now in this we are going to add about half a cup of rum. This is the rum which we drained out from the fruits that we soaked in. So we are going to add that to the mixture. And now slowly we are going to add the dry ingredients. Now once everything is mixed like this, we are going to take the fruits and put it in, the soaked fruits. They're all plump now and juicy. And we're going to fold it in. Now this fruit which we mixed in, this is 1 cup of prunes and 1 cup of dark raisins and 1 cup of the fruit mix that we get during Christmas time. That is, you see these, the green and the red and all the Christmas colors. So 1 cup of that. And if you want, you can add dried fig too. So I soaked it in about 1.5 cup of rum, and it got absorbed, and the rest was which I added to the batter. And then we have like about 3/4 cup of this is cashews. Like if you want walnut is the best one to put, but since my kids are allergic to walnut, I'm using cashews. So we'll add that too. Now we'll put this in the tin and let it bake. So let me show you how I'm doing it. So I've got a 10-inch springform pan. I have lined it with parchment paper because it's easier to come out. And then I have made a collar of parchment paper. I'm using a cake like strip. You can line the pan with a foil too, because that will make sure your cake doesn't get burned on the sides. You don't want that. Now we are going to pour the batter in it. Once you have poured the batter, you just level it with the back of the spatula. Once the cake has leveled, we are going to put it in the oven at 300 degree Fahrenheit and for 1 to 1.5 hours depending upon your oven temperature. So we have taken out the cake and I have let it cool on a wire rack for 10 to 15 minutes. And now what we'll do, we'll take a wooden skewer and poke it on the top few small holes, and then I have some rum here, dark rum, so I'm going to pour it on top of it, and then we are going to let it stay for a few minutes. And this is about 2 to 3 tablespoons of rum. So once it gets soaked in, then I'll show you how it looks. So a few minutes have passed, and this is about like 15 minutes, and so we'll remove the springform pan. At that baking strip on the sides, there is no burnt sides. It's beautiful, it looks beautiful. So I can just take it out just like that. Remove the parchment paper, and you can see how good it looks. Put it on the table, and you can eat it right now. It looks, smells good, looks good, everything. Or you can, from today till Christmas, every day, like you make few holes, poke it with the wooden skewer, and add like, if you want the alcohol, you can add the rum, about like 2 to 3 tablespoons. And if you don't want any alcohol, you can just plain orange juice. You can soak it in and keep it, and after that keep like wrap it with a cling wrap and keep it airtight. That's very important. So I'm going to show you, like right now, if you want to eat it, what should you do? Just dust it off with some powdered sugar, and then you can decorate it with some cherries or some, just anything which you have in your hand, which will make it look Christmassy, and just like that, and it looks so pretty. Let me show you how it looks if I cut a piece out of it. So if we cut a piece out of this, then let me show you how it looks. I'll just remove these. And we'll see how beautiful the color is. So you can see all the fruits, the mixed fruits, the prunes, the nuts, and everything, and it looks perfect. Perfect Christmas cake. So you can see how beautiful it looks with all the fruits in there, and it smells of the spices and the rum, and you can eat it as it is, or you can wait for next 12 days, like pour rum every day or juice every day and preserve it and eat it on the day of Christmas. So it's your wish. You can make it the day before of Christmas and eat it too. Just add rum for the first day and eat it too. This is pretty easy, you know, just mix everything together and it's done. So hope you'll be making it this Christmas and loving it too. I'm sure your family and friends and everybody is going to love it. So see you next time. But before that, don't forget to subscribe and like my YouTube channel, Simply Saffron by Pooja Seal. And also check out the description box. It'll have all the substitutes for, especially for this recipe, whether you have molasses or not, whether you have rum or not, what are the substitutes, it will be there. And please press the bell icon, because then you will get notifications whenever I post a new recipe. So thanks for watching and see you next time. Bye.